We are attempting to navigate a 10-dimensional living ecology using a flat, one-dimensional tool. Global GDP is this one-dimensional pipe, a lagging metric of extracted value that treats the Earth as a flat ledger, leaving our vast physical and biological reality unmeasured in the dark. This mismatch creates a massive, unpriced baseline of thermodynamic drag, the physical resistance of trying to force a complex world through a narrow accounting silo. This friction is quantifiable. At the threshold validated by the World Bank, there is $1.152 quadrillion in planetary kinetic flow currently trapped by misaligned regulatory and financial timelines. Global progress is mathematically stalled. We cannot resolve these wicked problems until we upgrade our economic architecture to match the actual dimensionality of the planet. To interface with this machine, we were forced into ontological capture. We compressed our 10-dimensional human identities into one-dimensional customer profiles and spreadsheet entries. Sociologist Thorsten Veblen noted that this transition devalues biological and ecological labor, treating the living requirements of humans and the Earth as unproductive zeros. Our global systems are now run by supranational capability primes, monopolies managing compute, energy, and capital. They aren't the villains of this story, but they are operating with fractured maps. Bound by antitrust laws and sovereign borders, these custodians can never see the whole picture. Their data shatters against jurisdictional walls, preventing a unified view of our energy grids or social behaviors. This blindness causes the tetratic bleed, the continuous, unmeasured exhaustion of our social and physical resources as they grind against a system that cannot see them. In cybernetics, a control system must possess as much complexity as the environment it regulates. To manage a 10-dimensional world, our architecture must expand. We achieve this through the tetrad, a model that maps the cyber, physical, social, and sovereign layers of reality simultaneously. ZyroHive provides the agnostic cybernetic scaffolding for this transition, organizing these 4 nodes into a 15-layer integration stack. This stack physically diffuses the massive energy demands of global compute by routing localized constraints through 8 supranational regional hubs, protecting local grids from being overwhelmed. The goal is to provide a secure environment where legacy monopolies can finally align their capabilities with the verified reality of the living edge. We must also recognize a hard limit. Advanced technology is not an omnipotent intelligence. It lacks the human capacity for imagination and counterfactual thought. Dr. Judea Pearl's work on causal inference proves that algorithms occupy the lowest rungs of cognition. They can associate data, but they cannot understand why. We demote the machine to a one-dimensional exoskeleton. It reaches through sovereign firewalls to compute specific frictions in temporary memory. Once a mathematical proof is minted, it executes ephemeral deletion. The memory vaporizes, leaving the raw data untouched behind the local firewall. Computing exclusively in situ ensures that no centralized cloud can ever capture sovereign data, guaranteeing localized privacy by architectural design. To untangle global friction, we follow the kinetic sequence. It routes biological intent from layer 10 down through the physical substrate at layer 7 and the cybernetic scaffolding at layer 1. By decoupling at layer 5, we use Elinor Ostrom's principles of polycentricity to ensure that global projects provide resources to local communities rather than extracting from them. This architecture allows for synchronous auditing, verifying a project's impact in the real world as it happens, rather than relying on sterile, detached simulations. The thermodynamic energy saved by eliminating years of interconnection queues and administrative friction becomes kinetic yield, a new form of trust backed by actual physical efficiency. This yield provides the metabolic gas for the system. By capturing the energy previously lost to friction, the network can finally fund the repair of the broken links in our physical and social infrastructure. This triggers the meso-inversion. Because intelligence is now generated at the edge, the localized human swarm becomes the absolute authority, and the global machine is demoted to a simple routing layer. The mechanical burdens of law and compliance are delegated to the exoskeleton, where they automate into frictionless policy as code. As the friction of survival evaporates, the 15-layer stack collapses into a permanent 3-part continuum: the 10, the 7, and the 1. 10-dimensional human consciousness, 7-dimensional biological Earth, and the 1-dimensional machine exoskeleton. Human, Earth, and machine, moving in a single synchronous flow. By reclaiming our multidimensional reality, we stop the era of extraction. We move past the machine age and ascend into true planetary symbiosis.